Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. And we're back in Studio A with my guest this morning, as I mentioned, from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce. Jamie Church is here for her regular visit with me. Always great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Just saw you on Friday.
I know. It's just been busy. We had our focus on Farmington coffee at Fly High.
Yes.
And what a great time that was.
That was a lot of fun.
Really fun. And if you haven't ever been to Fly High, or if it's been a while, you should go check it out, because if you've got kids that have, looking for things to do over the summer, it really is a great facility, and they have so many fun things. Even some of the people that came to the coffee, they signed the waiver, they put on their jump socks, and they jumped and ran and did flips, and it was really fun.
You and I did not do that.
I did not do that.
No,
I'm still nursing my broken toe. For many of my friends on Facebook, you got to see a picture of it. Lucky you.
Oh,
but
okay. Why don't we have that to show today? Why didn't I download that this morning?
Beautiful.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, but it really was a great turnout, and it was fun. They did open an hour early for us.
That was nice
and
of them.
hosted us, so really great time.
Very cool. Well, lots of fun, and those are always free events for folks who are just maybe learning about this for the first time from us this morning. Yes. They rotate around the community from month to month, and so just kind of watch the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, or I think the Focus on Farmington Coffee has its own page too. It does
have its own page, and we do put them in our newsletter. So June, we're still working some details out, but I can tell you July will be at the San Juan Medical Foundation, so over at the Connolly Hospitality House. So Audra Winters and her great team over there will be hosting in July, and so we'll have more information out as we get a little bit closer. But
you're working on a place for June.
Yeah, I am. So I just have some details I need to work out. So I will.
No hints, no nothing.
No hints, no nothing. No.
Okay,
no,
all right. All right.
I have to look at my schedule. I might have double booked some stuff. It's me.
It's you
me this time.
Got it. No problem.
Tend to double
You're
book.
You're a busy person.
Yes.
That's okay. But very exciting, very nice time as always, and
yes.
a great turnout too.
And we do have a couple. We've got some stuff coming up that happens this week, so I want to get to that first.
Yes.
And thank you for putting that up on the screen.
Sure.
So we partner with the SBDC, which is the Small Business Development Center, which is also located in the Quality Center for Business, and they just bring great workshops to small businesses, entrepreneurs, startups, and they have one this Thursday on workers' comp. And so this is really important information that you need to know. And even if you've gone to workshops before, you follow, something online, it's always good to go in person. It gives you that opportunity to ask questions, and workers' comp is an important thing to know when you own a business. And so that is happening this Thursday, the 15th, starting at 8. It is free, but they do want you to use their link to register. And so we do have information about that at the Chamber. If you want to reach out to us, we can send you the information.
Okay. And we got this from your Facebook page too, which is an event. And I think there's a link there too, right?
There is, but I think that link might be the one that's not working, so I have to go in and change it out. So I will be doing that right after I get off the air this morning.
Nanoseconds from now.
Found out late yesterday. So anyway, I will make sure we have the correct link on there later this morning. So,
very good, but good information. And just a shout out to the SBDC, they do a lot of other things too for small businesses or people thinking about starting a small business. I think that's a great first stop for anyone that has that in their back of their mind.
Yes, and
lots of good
we've got
information.
a whole bunch of them that we put on our Facebook page as events, and so check there. But anyway, they do a great job, and the whole Quality Center for Business Enterprise Center is full now. Every office is rented. Yeah, if you look at the signs that outside, you'll see all the great businesses that are in there. And of course, the Chamber, we're proud to be one of them.
Right.
But it is a one-stop shop for businesses. And that's that's what we've wanted, is so that you're not running around. Obviously, you still have to contact the city of Farmington to get your business license. That's the first step. But even before you do that, you can meet with Carmen Martinez and her team over there at the SBDC to know that you're doing everything correctly. They'll help you write a business plan. There's all sorts of things. And then when you're ready, you can get your license. They can tell you how do you file? Are you a sole proprietor, an LLC? What are you?
Right.
And so they're very helpful. And then once you get that all done, then you can head over to the chamber, and then you can become a chamber member, and then we'll do a ribbon cutting, and then we'll help with that. And then there's just a lot of other resources up there. So really a great one-stop shop. And I think Martin Brady has done a great job since he came into Farmington and took over the Enterprise Center and the Quality Center for Business. So
he is a mover and a shaker
he
for
is a
sure.
mover and a shaker.
So
yes,
that is very true. So great, very good. And then coming up, you're already thinking about summertime, and
yes.
you're planning some of your big events over the summer. One of those would be Business After Hours that is
yes.
coming up, sponsored by
Tri-City Record.
the newspaper.
Yes,
yeah,
Tri-City Record.
That.
Yeah,
Mr. Know-It-All should know that.
I know, Mr. Know-It-All.
Right.
Anyway, yes, Tri-City Record. So that will be on in June, and it is at Artifacts. And so one of our favorite venues to have events at. So it starts at 5, and they're going to have food there, from the Chili Pod, which is great.
Right.
Clancy's will be there, music. So love when I see Business After Hours using all these other chamber members and local businesses. It's kind of a requirement, actually. I really do encourage that as much as possible, because that's what we're all about at the Chambers, connecting our businesses and connecting commerce to community. So yes, that is coming up. We're very excited about that.
That's
and
June
thank you
19th.
Yes.
Right?
June 19th.
Okay.
Right there. Yep.
Gotcha.
And thanks to the Tri-City Record for that. So
Very good. And we'll try not to make any news while we're there.
Yeah, no
because
news.
It's
We
going to
don't
go
want
in the
any
paper.
news.
If anything happens,
Yeah, we might.
that's the one place.
Yes.
It's going to line it on the
That's
front
right.
page the next morning. Okay.
So that's happening.
And then later on this summer, the annual
Yes.
event, one of my favorite summer events.
Yes, Music by the Pond, 19th hole after party. So this event, like many of our events, kind of goes through some transitions as time goes on, and things like that. So we have a golf tournament for this, which is Tees and Tunes, and so the golf teams are full. So we had space for about 21 teams. Those are full.
Okay.
But following the golf tournament, we have the 19th hole after party, which was sort of known as Music by the Pond, and that starts at 5:30. We have live music by Julie and the Boys. Barbecue dinner. We're going to have lots of fun games where we have a Yeti cooler we're going to be giving away thanks to the Manchesters, Patrick and Rita Manchester.
Did they buy a truck of those? What
Yeah,
are those?
I know.
They just
I know. And he asked me
Good
what
for them.
color, and I'm like, boy, I don't know. There's so many cool colors.
Right.
I said anything, but it can't be black or white. It's got to be a color.
Okay.
So anyway, they're getting the cooler. We'll fill it full of fun things, and then we've got all sorts. There's going to be cornhole. There's just going to be lots of fun things. So you can buy tickets. There's a flyer that has a QR code, and you can scan that QR code, or you can just go to our website.
That is going to the right link. That one we know.
That
is
one,
going
yes,
to the
I
right
tested
link.
it out the other day.
If you aim your phone at your screen right now,
Yes,
if
you
you're watching
can
us,
do it.
everyone, you can do it.
Yep.
Okay.
You can also go to our website, which is gofarmington.com, and it's right there on our website, and you can get tickets to that. So
Okay.
always a fun event. And this
I
year,
agree.
we've sort of taken over the entire country club. So we have all the lawn there by the pond, and they have a brand new grandstand scoreboard there that they have been building, and we'll probably be the first event with live music to
nice.
sort of initiate the new grandstand. So we're excited to have the live music there, and
Cool.
yeah, and the golf tournament itself, actually, we are still looking for hole sponsors. So if you're a hole sponsor, you get a signage at the tee box, you get 2 free tickets to Music by the Pond, 3 months of free advertising in our newsletter, plus you just get it's a whole fun day where you can hand out your company's swag to the golfers, and so a lot of fun at the golf tournament as well. So
Very
that's
good.
coming up on July 11th.
Okay.
Friday, July 11th.
True.
Very
and
fun.
the tickets are $50 a person.
Yes.
Before June 24th.
Yes.
And then if you
Yes. And then after that, they go
you
up.
wait,
We're
yeah.
trying, we just want people to do things early so that we know how much
You have a
food.
count?
Because we have to give the country club a count for the
Right.
barbecue dinner.
That makes sense.
And so, anyway, that is coming up as well. And in addition to that, we've got lots of business after hours through the summer. We've got our focus on Farmington coffees.
Right.
We have a number of ribbon cuttings coming up too. We have a ribbon cutting this Friday at Giving Home Health, and it's also an open house for their new location, and that's at 10:30. And
Nice.
it is on our Facebook page as well. And then we're excited that TJ's Diner has finally joined the chamber.
Oh, okay.
And we have a ribbon cutting coming up for them the Thursday before Memorial Day as a way to share with everybody they're now going to be open on Sundays downtown Farmington. So
wow.
that's exciting too. We
Good
have
for
a lot
them.
going on.
Yeah, very good. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yes.
To all of that. And of course, they are thinking of including the chamber in
Yes.
some of those things. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Absolutely. And we have another fun thing in July that we do every year, and that's the new teacher luncheon. So July 23rd, the Farmington Municipal School District welcomes in all of its new teachers through an orientation, and we get a chamber member to provide lunch on one of those days. So this year we're going to be working with Nutri-Meals, where we just had a huge ribbon
Another
cutting.
ribbon cutting, that's right.
Yeah. So Nutri-Meals is going to be helping us with the lunches on that. And then we ask our chamber members to donate 100 swag items for these bags for the teachers, the new teachers. And then they get these bags, and it's got all these fun things in it, and then they get lunch too. So that's something else that we do.
Very cool.
To help support our teachers, welcome them to the district, and also helps, again, connect our chamber members, the commerce, to the community, which is the teachers and the schools. So right within our mission of what we do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, another great event coming up. So if folks want to get some swag into those bags, they can call you at the office. Is that the way to do that?
I need 100 items,
Okay.
and they need to be dropped off to the chamber offices by, July 10th, or not on the 11th, because I won't be there. We'll be at our golf tournament that day.
Right.
But just drop them by, and then we'll get them down to the schools, and they'll put them in the bags for the teachers. But yes, if you are a chamber member or you're a business and you're listening and you've got lip balm or pencils or toothbrushes or little notepads or hand sanitizer, always appreciated by our teachers, just drop those items by.
Gotcha. Very good. Or maybe you're thinking this morning, you're like, oh, maybe I should join the chamber.
Maybe
and then
I
could
should
get
join
my
the chamber.
swag
That's
in
right.
those bags.
That's right.
And you could still do both of those things.
You could do both of those things.
See the way I think?
Yes, thank you.
There you go. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Another thing I wanted to ask you about was your other event on Friday, your early morning event. You were one of the gaggle of onlookers as the first flight from Farmington Four Corners Regional Airport took off to Denver.
I was very excited about this. And full disclosure here, I love airports, and I love watching airplanes take off and land. So for me, this was like, right up my alley. But yes, I did get up very early. I was up at the airport by 5:30 and had my coffee and my camera. It was great.
You were not alone.
I was not alone.
There
were
big
quite a
crowd
few
there.
people there.
Yeah.
And it was really exciting as people started to get on the airplane. Our mayor, Nate Duckett, was one of those, so I waved at him. Tim Gibbs with Four Corners Economic Development
Your neighbor
was also
in the office.
on that. My neighbor was also on that flight out. So just so exciting. And we have been working on this. The city of Farmington, Mike Lewis at the airport. I mean, we've been working on this. It is so
We as a
exciting.
community.
The chamber has done nothing other than a
Supportive.
lunch and learn last year and sharing
very supportive
information.
of the effort, sure.
But we as in the community,
Yeah.
and thank you, the city and the different municipalities all around the area to bring commercial air service back to Farmington. So to see this first flight, and I took a great video, and it was perfect. That plane just took off and sailed right off into the sunrise and headed to Denver. So there are, 2 flights a day. Well, there's 1 flight a day, one outgoing and then one incoming direct to Denver, which then if you're in Denver, you can connect to anywhere else you need to go.
Right.
But, we really are encouraging people, book through Farmington, find out where try to go through Farmington as much as possible, and then hopefully down the road we might have other flights added on. So, but think about how great Farmington is, because there's free parking, there's a lot of parking, and it's right here. So you don't have to drive
parking.
anywhere.
That is
free
unheard of.
airport parking.
Yeah, who has that?
And very exciting. And in fact, as the plane took off, the ground crew was cheering and clapping, and I thought that's really neat. And there were cameras there, and people were filming, and just really a great experience. Very positive.
It's a long time coming, and
Yes.
as you mentioned, kudos to all the folks who worked
Yes.
to bring that make that happen.
Yes.
Because as someone has written about, and a lot of other folks too, we were very close. I mean, we're that close
Yes.
right before the
Yes.
pandemic.
Right.
And then it just kind of derailed things for a few more years.
Yes.
So it's kind of cool to see it all finally
Right.
coming together. And you're
Yeah.
right, we kind of have to use it or lose it.
Right,
And
we
that's
do
kind
need
of
to
what,
use it.
what they say.
Right.
And so, that's an important thing to at least compare Farmington when you're looking at your travel plans.
Yes.
But certainly, take into account the mileage, the driving, the parking, the hotel room stay if you have to stay overnight to catch a
Right.
morning flight, as
Right.
opposed to just rolling out of bed and getting to the
Getting
airport,
your flight.
stuff like that. So there's lots of things to consider, I think.
Absolutely. And I do want to thank again Mike Lewis. He's the manager at the Farmington or Four Corners Regional Airport, because we did a lunch and learn last year, the Redcoat sponsored one, and
Yeah.
it was very well attended. We had 60 some people. Mike was giving us an update, and that was last year.
Sure.
And now here we are, and we do have commercial flight service back. So, and COVID derailed, well, that's a lot of airports, not,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, the whole flight
Well,
industry.
travel, sure.
Travel. I
Travel
mean,
in general, you're
so
right.
the fact that it sort of put all that on the back burner for a while, and now here we are. It just really, it's great that
Right.
they've been working on this for all these years, all this time, and here we are. So
Right.
it's
But I
great.
don't think it derailed Mike Lewis or the other folks at
No.
the city
No, it
from
didn't.
working on this.
No,
And
not
that's
at
what
all.
they've been doing for the last 5 years, is to just keep the drumbeat going and say,
Right.
we
Right.
still want this, we still want this. And I think their partner SkyWest, the carrier for
Right.
United Express, was said, okay, let's look at the numbers, let's see what we can do.
Right.
And when everything kind of worked out, they have some guarantees, the company, the airline company. And so I think that's a good thing. They're not at risk necessarily,
Right.
But that won't last forever, which is why we have to get into
Right.
the habit of using it,
Yeah.
or we may lose it. Or if we use it a lot, we may see more destinations, or maybe
Right.
other carriers coming in saying, we're flying to Denver, but why don't we fly to Las Vegas or Phoenix or Dallas or
Right.
who knows? So
Right.
anyway,
So anyway,
there's that.
very exciting, and I was really happy to be there. I think my husband was wondering why I was getting up at 5 a.m. to go stand at the
Do you
airport.
think he still wonders that?
Yeah, does he
just-
still
there she
wonder?
goes again.
Not anymore. No,
There
she's
she goes
gone.
again.
But it really was great. So
Wonderful.
very exciting.
And
Very
for the
exciting.
business community, again, if you put on your chamber hat too, I
Yes.
think this is a really big deal for,
It
I think,
is.
business communities. If you have business travel coming in, that folks can fly directly into our town and
Yep.
see our town and see what the town has to offer.
right.
It's just another step in the right direction, I
It
guess,
is.
I would think.
Well, even for the Women's Summit. So we do the Professional
Yeah.
Women's Summit, and that'll be in November. And one of our speakers is flying in from California. And so I was so excited to reach out to her last week and say, guess what? We've got direct flights into Farmington. So when you're booking your flight, please book
Yeah.
direct into Farmington, which is great. It's great for her. It's great for my committee, who's getting speakers situated, picked up to their hotels where they need to be. So to have that all right here, it's just great. Last year was snowy. We had speakers coming in and flying into Durango. We had snow. We were
Sketchy.
sketchy. We were sending committee members up to get to Durango in the snow to pick up speaker. It was sketchy. It was,
Right.
we got it done and it was great, but it was just another thing to be thinking about. And so this just makes that so much easier. So if there's business travel, or if you've got somebody coming in for training or something like that, it just really is going to be wonderful. So,
True.
yes.
Very good. And I think
Very exciting.
another plug that as you compare airports, again, the weather in Farmington at the Farmington airport is usually a little different
Yes.
than it is at airports north.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. And all I've learned as well is we have a tower, and other airports don't.
We do?
We
That's
have
right.
a tower. Other
That's true.
airports that we use up north, they don't have a tower. I just
Right.
learned that when I did my
Yeah.
ribbon cutting for the Roadrunner Flight School.
Oh,
so I
sure.
learned that. So
There you go.
There you go.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes.
And the other thing, and then we'll move on from this.
I know I'm not an airport expert as much as
that's okay.
time as
Neither
I
am
like.
I, and neither am I. But as was explained to me too, Farmington has 2 runways.
Yeah.
So, and the other airport only has 1.
Oh,
And so if there are some winds that shift a little bit, Farmington flights into Farmington can shift to
Yes.
the other runway, whereas the other one you're using that's the runway you have. That's all
Just
we
very exciting. We're
So,
awesome.
anyway,
there you go.
there you go.
Fly Farmington, fly local.
there
That's
you
the
go.
thing. That's my new hashtag.
Okay,
Shop
see?
local, fly local.
All those things.
All the things.
Right. But very exciting.
Speaking of that, May is Small Business Month.
Okay.
So
Right.
we've been doing this thing, take the pledge.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
to a business you've never visited before and spend $20 at that business.
Right.
Whether it's a restaurant, restaurant or a new store that you've never been in, whether it's in the mall. Doesn't even need to be a chamber member. We want all businesses to succeed.
Okay.
So I've been doing my part. I've been going around and shopping and doing things and posting pictures, but it is Small Business Month, and we do want to just help support our small businesses. And so you drive around and you're like, oh, that's new, or I've never been there. Just go in there, spend $20. It makes a difference. Learn about that business. Post about your positive experiences. You just take a picture, tag that you're there, and post, wow, I just went into this new restaurant and it was great. So anyway, it is Small Business Month.
Nice.
So just want to put that out there too.
Very good.
All month long.
Okay. All right. Do restaurants count?
Restaurants count. They're a small business.
Okay.
Restaurants count. Coffee shops
I
count.
can put away $20.
Stores like that. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Boutiques. I mean, there's new businesses downtown. We did a ribbon cutting for the Lavagna's Antiques store. That was a couple weeks ago. That's a small business.
Sure.
And they're just down from Quill and Quest. So, by the way, we're getting ready to schedule Quill and Quest's ribbon cutting now that they have their coffee bar up and going.
Nice,
so they got the go-ahead on that, and that's what we've been waiting for. So I will be scheduling that as well. That'll be coming up soon.
Okay.
So, yes.
Stay tuned.
Go down and spend $20.
Very good.
Any small business.
Nice. I like that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So perfect. And that could be done anytime this month or anytime
Anytime.
year-round.
We actually want you to do this all year, but
Right.
it is helpful to the businesses if you so if you're going to post positive, please.
Sure.
If you have a negative experience, please contact the owner or general manager directly and have a conversation with them. But if you go someplace, take a photo or tag them, and all you do to do that is just put the little ampersand and start typing in the name of the business. It'll pop up and you can tag them. So then they see it, and then all the people that follow them see it. And so it's a great way to sort of spread the word if you use social media. But that's part of it, is go spend the money there, but then also share your experience so other people know about it too.
Right.
And they'll go visit them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So very good. Well, Jamie Church, we're just about out of
You
time.
are kidding. We are out of time.
I'm sorry to
I
say.
didn't even get to show my coloring thing.
You've been working on that.
I know.
Shout out to the Farmington Public Library.
So I walked in and there was a little thing of crayon or
Colored pencils
and this, and
the
I
brochure.
was very excited. So I've been working on it. But this is great. So this is the Color Our World, the Summer Reading Challenge through the Farmington Public Library. And as a big reader, I love this kind of thing. I always did the reading programs when I was growing up.
Right.
So this is great. And you can color and share this with your kiddos. I'm going to take this to my office.
Okay.
When I'm stressed out,
You'll
I'll
be
just
doodling on the
coloring.
phone or whatever.
If you see me in a Zoom, I'm probably coloring this. But
all right.
yeah.
There you go.
Gosh, I can't believe how fast that went. That was great.
It went quick. I know. You're right. But that's okay. We have more of those brochures here at KSJE, everybody, or at the Farmington Public Library. Shout out to them. And the colored pencils come with it, but it's all part of their summer reading program, which begins in earnest. I know this from an interview I did at the end of this month.
Yes, May 31st to July 31st. And nowadays, in my day, you had to write down the books. Now there's a QR code, and you can download the Beanstack app, and you can log your reading there. So you can do it all online, which is super cool. If you want tickets to Music by the Pond, to the 19th hole after party, please don't wait to get them. We kind of close that event at about 250 people, and 100 tickets have already been sold because the golfers all get tickets to the event. So please don't wait. Go on and get your tickets now, so you make sure you get one.
There you go. And if you do it before June 24th, you save $10.
That's right. Exactly.
So there's the reason too. Wonderful. Jamie, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Good to see you too.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
All right. Very good.
Or you'll see somebody next time.
Well,
I think it's going to be my friend Vince Moffat is going to be subbing for me. You heard it here first, people, in June.
That's what we can share. Okay, I got it. Perfect.
Okay.
See, perfect. Thank you. Jamie Church, my guest this morning here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.